last time we were streaming last night, we were working on this piece here. Today we are not going to be working on this, actually. What we are going to be doing is working on some stuff for Inspire Pro. Inspire Pro Wrestling. I don't know if you have ever heard of them. They're based out of Austin, Texas. That's pretty much what we're going to be doing here today. Have to get a lot of stuff done for them relatively quickly. So I'm going to be pulling up my Dropbox and getting this going here. There we are. Every month or so I actually do an Inspire Pro piece for them, and that's where we're kind of at. Just loading up the old Chatterino and making sure everything's working live here for us. Not sure if anything's working here or not. Let's pull up Twitch here and see if it's working or not here. I am seeing nothing on my feed. There we are. Cool. Alright, everything is working. Sweet. So, like I said, I do have my chat open on my side here. So I'll be checking that out every now and then. And you can hear my cats in the background meowing their faces off. So, give it a few moments to pull up this poster. With the Inspire posters, I do a lot of kind of working around with things, and my inspiration for this piece is kind of Drew Struzan doing his Hook poster. And I wanted two big images in the center, and then so on and so forth. I'm going to be changing quite a bit with this actually pretty soon, because I was talking it over with the owner of Inspire Pro, well, one of the owners, and he wants Terrell Tempo and ACH to kind of have the big fight look to them, where it's, you know, half of their face and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's what I'm going to be working on here, as long as everything else in the world lines up right. For those who didn't see my stream last night, hello, I'm that Stephen Rice. There is a donation button at the bottom. I'd love to have some donations come through so I can keep my lights on and kind of go from there. But let's see what we can do with this here. Everything is running super slow today, and it's really annoying. There we are. Ah, that would be why. Okay. Just trying to figure out why nothing was wanting to work right. And I just didn't have my layers set up. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is working with my layer mask and seeing if I can get this half and half kind of look going for this. I know it looks like I'm doing a lot of destructive stuff, but I'm just working my layer mask so I can move things around and edit and got to get things lined up here. I want a kind of a half face. Keep getting program errors lately. It's a pain in my ass. Unfortunately, kind of happens a lot when it comes to having so many layers, because I have literally, I'd say about 80 plus layers here so far. By the end of it, I do lower it down so it's not nearly as bad, but let's see what we can do with this. So I want to, of course, give my client what they're looking for, but don't want to sacrifice everything. Of course, you can't use the move tool because of a program error. Why would it want to use the move tool? And it's still acting up on me. Give me a few moments here. I'm going to close out of some of that stuff and try to save a little bit of time. That's the way it goes. In terms of my computer is not the greatest at all. I have a first gen i7 in here. I think it's the i7-920 is the one I have. I have 16 gigs of RAM. I have tons of hard drive space. And I have I think it's a GTX 960 for that. Unfortunately, that means everything runs super slow because of the bottleneck of my processor. That's pretty much what's killing everything. My processor is absolutely terrible. Also, I'm using a borrowed webcam for today because if you watched my feed last night, you know that I did not have a webcam at all, and I was using this crappy microphone right here and stopping my drawing when I can to go ahead and talk through it like this, and that just was not working at all. So I stopped that because it was pointless and it was pretty terrible. When it comes to poster designs for Inspire Pro, usually I have a lot more time, and to be fair, I had a lot of less than good stuff happen over the past month, and it caused a lot of headaches when it came to getting stuff done. Ran into issues with my 9-to-5 job, and trying to resolve those types of things was less than fun for me. And my computer is still running horribly slow with this. So I am going to quickly save this one more time, and once it's saved, I am going to reboot Photoshop quick because it hates me here, and I hate it back. When things don't work, I hate it back a lot. So while I'm waiting for things to close down, I am going to grab my phone here and hop on social media and let everybody know that I'm here, because no one knows I'm here right now apparently. So let me just get this going here real quick. There we are. But yeah, I'd love for this to spread out there and have a lot of people come watch me do what I do here. I am going to be doing stuff other than just my paintings and drawings over the course of time. I do a lot of gaming, so I might do some Minecraft stuff. I don't know. I was watching a couple streams last night. I play guitar for tons of years. I might just record me doing some of the stuff with some of my older bands and everything. One of my old drummers got back to me I'd say about maybe 3 or 4 days ago. We had a crazy grindcore band together, and we decided to go ahead and actually kind of re-record some stuff. My son's coming in.
Oh.
What's up, buddy? I'm doing a stream. Your messy face is on the live stream right now.
Why?
Because you're on the live stream all messy and share this. Go back and play with mommy. Close the door, okay?
Oh, where is the camera?
My camera's right here. I put a webcam up now. Want to use that for your stream later?
Yes, right now!
No, not right now. I'm in my stream. Go hang out with mommy.
You can't see me!
We can't see you. That is true.
You love this phone.
I know. Hey, go play with mommy a little bit.
Play with a black with these.
No. Go out.
For
Buddy.
a second.
Hey, Xander. Please.
I'm not here.
Xander, you are here and everybody can see you being a bad boy right now. Because I'm literally live streaming. I'm not recording. I'm live. Stop touching stuff, please.
That's what tanning it a little bit. See how funky this is.
Go. Come on. Come on, please. I have work to do. Love you, buddy. Bye. Well, you let Xander come running in here. I saw. But then he started knocking stuff over. He was close to it. That's why I just had to kick him out. I'm not being mean. I am on live streaming right now. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for supporting me. Bye. Oh, man. Whatever. Don't get along very well sometimes with his mother. That's okay. That's okay. That's why we're not together anymore. Co-parenting is not easy, everybody. Alright. Finally, Photoshop closed. Let's reopen it here. Alrighty. And we're back. I sent out on my Twitter, so hopefully some people will show up. If not, it's not a huge issue. I don't even know if anybody's watching. Probably better if they're not. I don't know. But I'm here, and I'm streaming, and we're going to have some fun. At least the best we can. taking forever to load back up. Come on, Creative Cloud. I don't have any additional plugins. Why does it always take forever? Other than my very, 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 very crappy processor. Love my son to death, though. He has his own YouTube channel as well. His YouTube channel, just so you guys know, if you do a search for Xan Amazing, XANAMZING, you'll see he does a lot of videos of Minecraft playing, Hello Neighbor, all types of fun, crazy stuff like that. And he's getting better at it. He's more comfortable in front of a camera than I am, I'll tell you that for sure. But check him out, give him a like and a subscribe, and like I said, I hope you'd be following this. If not, when you don't see my streams on Twitch live, I do upload them to YouTube pretty much right after. So if you're watching this later than 4:09 p.m. Mountain Time on Sunday, then you already know that I go ahead and put things up on YouTube right after. So, where were we? Okay. I am trying to find the best spots for some of the matches. Not all the matches. Of course you can't do it because of a program error. What program error have you guys been having? Oh. Get this back in here. And hopefully the audio is a lot better using this webcam than having everything set up the way it was before. Because I know the stuff before was pretty abysmal. And if you are a fan of Inspire Pro and that's what brought you here, then you're getting to see a little bit of a sneak preview of what's to come. Most of this all so far has been already announced, for the most part. I think the Lawless Darkness one hasn't been fully set out yet. In fact, that's something I need to do as well real quick here, is get this banner. Cross my fingers here because I lost some images of Cody Lane, who's right down here. I did his entire painting and everything, and I saved the JPEG of the banner, and then as soon as the JPEG saved, Photoshop crashed and did not recover any of the drawing I did of Cody Lane. That's what I thought. Alright, so what I have to do here is I have two possibilities. Either I can take this lower resolution version of him and copy it over to the banner, which I'm going to try first. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, so bad. That is so bad. This probably isn't going to work. Let me stretch them out and see how bad the quality is. Not as bad as anticipated. Okay, perfect. The reason I need to do this, just so you kind of know, from what I'm told, this particular wrestler changes his name pretty often. So his name does not start with a C anymore. It starts with a K. So I need to switch that around. Or at least I was just given incorrect information. I don't know. It happens. Let's see here. I'm going to move my webcam a little bit over that way. See if that's any better. mostly I'm just trying to avoid seeing this mess over here as much as possible. It's all my camera equipment. I have my green screen and stuff for films and stuff like that I did over there. Oof. Tons of bad noise. Tons of bad noise. Stranger danger. Alright. That's a little better. As long as it focuses. There we go, focus. Ooh. But yeah, backdrop behind me, not interesting. All that's back there is a bunch of books, a bunch of random books, and a partially painted wall that I never intend on ever actually painting. Never intend. Alright, so let's put this back here. He has a K in his name now, which I believe is the way it's supposed to be. Let me check my email real quick, just to make sure that that is correct. He does work it. Okay, so I'm getting Cody Lane's name back to where it's supposed to be. Let's save this real quick. Alright. The way they like their banners. There we go. Yes, let me replace this banner, please. Perfect. Large file. Normally when I do these portraits, I have a lot more time to do them, and this time I've been on a real time crunch. I keep covering my mouth. I'm probably sounding all mumbly to you guys. But I was on a time crunch for this one, and it was all my fault. I didn't work on things as quick as I normally do. So I was given till the end of the day to get the poster done, and I have a lot of stuff to do. But a lot of the assets from the banner is going to be coming into this, so that's what we're going to go ahead and work on. And you're going to see throughout me going ahead and working on this, I'm going to be taking pictures of the screen and shooting them over to the guys over at Inspire Pro, so that they can see where I'm kind of at. I know they're nervous about it getting done, and I can't blame them. It's one of those things where they have very little time to get this all done. And so I want to grab these. See if we move those over. We'll grab the tag match. So Steve Reno, Dasher Hatfield. Put that there. Grab that again. That's a lot of fine tuning when it comes to these, and without a background and stuff, everything looks really flat, which, you know, understandable. We needed to add something to this that was requested. Apparently I can't type to save my life today. Alright, let's get this layer style here. This is a big deal here, the rematch between Terrell Tempo and ACH. Apparently their last match, they went to a time limit draw after even doing some overtime when it came down to the match itself. So huge match. ACH is I don't know if anybody follows wrestling out there. ACH is a pretty big name. So for him to go to a time limit draw with someone who's a little bit more local was a huge deal. So that's what we're kind of looking at. Get Terrell in here, looking good. Like I said, my inspiration was the poster for Hook, and I don't speak for what I think of the movies that I take inspiration from compositionally, but I do speak to composition, and Struzan's one of the best compositionally, in my opinion, when it comes to posters and things like that. Here, I want to do a mask on the logo down here. One of the main things I can say is when you're doing any type of poster design or anything like that, if anybody out there is, you know, wanting to become a poster artist or anything, make masks your best friend. I learned this the hard way. I would go in and not worry about anything when it came down to it. I'd erase stuff. I wouldn't even think twice about it. And what ends up happening is when you go ahead and you deliver what you think's the final, and you're like, alright, here it is. This is exactly what I'm looking for. This is exactly what they're looking for. They're going to love it. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. And they say, well, we have some changes. And you go, okay, what are the changes? And they say, well, we need you to move the logo here, and we need to move this match higher. This match needs to be a little bit lower, so on and so forth, just for example with wrestling poster. And you go, oh, okay. And you take their changes and you go back in and realize, oh, they want him to be a little bit higher. Okay, well, here's the issue. He's cut out around the text here, apparently. So, there's literally nothing I can do other than redraw. And that's not where you want to be. That's not where you want anything to end up. So I do a lot of masking now. So that, say, down the line here, say they're like, well, we want Terrell's face to be a little bit more prominent than ACH's. I can just go, okay, well, how about we just throw that here, and let's take a little bit less of ACH's forehead here, and we'll just kind of blend it in instead. Yeah, those type of things. And I don't like the way it looks right now anyway, but we'll fix that. I think I need there we go, something a little bit closer like that. I don't want it to be the hard line in between. The thing that makes it is Charles' hair is so much higher than ACH's. I didn't want to have hair sticking up high like this and then have all types of issues. That just wouldn't work. That wouldn't work whatsoever. So, hop back on good old social media here. And post on my Facebook real quick that we are live. Go. Twitch.tv/thatStephenRice. Perfect. So, getting back into things. for those who don't actually personally know me, and I see there's hardly anybody watching me right now anyway, but for those who don't know me, they don't know who I am, you just came across Twitch Creative and decided to give me a shot. I started off art-wise when I was young. I loved art. I wanted to be a comic book artist, like a lot of artists do. And what ended up happening is a lot of stuff mentally to where I eventually gave up on art. It was right around my senior year of high school. I already was in a trade school for commercial arts. That's kind of what I was really focusing on, was commercial art, obviously. And I did well. You know, me and another classmate came out with a comic book. Now, this was back in 1998, 1999 was when I was a senior in high school, just to date myself. And we came out with a whole thing about, you know, what if Little Red Riding Hood was a werewolf hunter kind of thing, which it's been done to death now. But it was our original idea, and I was having fun, and everything was good. And what ended up happening is, you know, deaths in the family. I became homeless for a time being and stuff, and I just didn't do art. I just didn't do it. I didn't want to deal with it. I was focusing on music at the time. I had a band, all that kind of stuff. And basically, when that was all said and done, I just couldn't deal with it. To be fair, I just didn't want to deal with doing any art. Right now I'm loading up my Gmail to get me the list of the matches here real quick. There they are. Okay, so I'm gonna get that triple threat in there with Vega, James, and Reigns. Okay. Good news is this is a rush job, and that's also the bad news. It's the good news and it's the bad news, because what it means is, luckily, I have a lot of the stuff already drawn for previous matches, and it means I can just kind of grab from those, upscale them a little bit if need be, and kind of go from there. Go. Ba-ba-bum. So getting back into it, I just didn't deal with art for a long time. I graduated in '99. I did occasional graphic design stuff here and there, like if a friend wanted a logo for their band or something like that, I'd get it going for them, you know. And what ended up happening was around 2011, late 2011, early 2012. I was working for a telecom company. I'm not going to say which one because no one needs to know or care. Honestly, should care which one. But it was one of the big three. It wasn't Sprint. just so you know, it wasn't Sprint. And I found out that I was going to be losing my job because they were closing a bunch of call centers and stuff like that. And I was, you know, kind of depressed and stuff. And they said that we could move across country, and that's how I ended up here in Colorado. And basically, when I moved out here, I just started painting. Just started doing it digitally. And I ended up thinking to myself, hey, I'm not too shabby at this, apparently. I don't know why I'm not too shabby at it, but I'm not too shabby at it. So I ended up going ahead and kind of working on that quite a bit. And when I say quite a bit, I mean I did a lot of painting. I'd spend hours upon hours upon hours on it. And it wasn't bad. I mean, Now I look back on it, and my art was terrible. I did this portrait of Freddy, and I'm actually in the middle of redoing it for an anniversary. But this is back in early 2012. And I had fun, and it was relaxing to me, which I didn't anticipate. And that's when I really started to think to myself, hey, this could be something I'd be actually happy doing as a job. And I kind of thought about it and had friends who graciously would commission me for stuff here and there, and to be fair, they probably shouldn't have, because it was terrible. Some of the art I was putting up then was just terrible. I tried vector-based art for a little bit, and doing portraits vector-based, and no thank you. No thank you whatsoever. Vector-based art was not my forte. I'm a lot better at it now. Like if you asked me to do something vector-based for you now, I probably would go, alright, well, you're going to have to give me a little bit more than my normal time to do it, but I can do it. I can get this going for you. I can finagle something together. I can make this happen, make it look good. But back then it was terrible. It was just black lines and gradients and me highlighting all of the stuff in portraits that you're not supposed to highlight. So that's what it ended up kind of being. And there we go. I'm gonna open this here. I have like gigabytes upon gigabytes of stuff open right now, and it is going to crash hard soon. My poor computer. So I started drawing that way, and eventually I was kind of getting good at it. I made a Society 6 page and had a couple of sales here and there, and those sales they didn't go too bad. They weren't the greatest, but they didn't go too bad. And what ended up going on then was that's right. Okay. I was just stopped for a second. I was like, I am doing something, and I forget which match I was doing it in. That was terrible. So basically, what ended up going on, there he is. Okay. Was I was about to kind of give up. I was doing it for a few years. I made a little bit of money here and there, you know. Nothing huge. It was nothing major whatsoever. And what ended up happening was, and it seems really odd if you look at it in retrospect, but what happened was Wes Craven died. I'm a huge horror guy. Like I said, it's just the way it kind of goes. When Wes Craven died, it kind of hit me. And, you know, he hasn't put out anything really stunning since, I'd say probably Scream came out. Scream was the last really great thing that I think he did. He put out stuff afterwards. He did a lot of Wes Craven Presents stuff. And overall, nothing stunning. But I was still a Wes Craven fan. Going back all the way to Last House on the Left, and The Hills Have Eyes, and of course Nightmare on Elm Street, and People Under Stairs, which is so underrated, but really it affected me. So I did a portrait of Wes Craven. Just did a portrait. I was sad, I was upset. I put on the Elm Street films and I just started drawing. And I had back then I had the Cintiq Companion 2, which I absolutely loved. And unfortunately, I wasn't making enough money off of my art to warrant an $1,800 purchase. So I ended up selling it and getting my money, almost to the dime, my money back that I paid for it. In case you're wondering what I use now, I use an Intuos Pro. But I was affected by it. You know, and what ended up happening is I posted it on Facebook and on my Twitter and on my Instagram and stuff like that. I never made prints of it. Still to this day, I never made prints of it or anything like that. And just kind of put it up there as, thanks for what you've done. Thank you, Wes. You know, that kind of thing. And it garnered me a little bit of attention, which I found a little strange. I think that's the right spelling. I always get spellings of names wrong. Okay. I always get names wrong. And I probably spelled something wrong at some point. I think I spelled Ivory Robin wrong, either on here or on the other poster. But I will check. It got me a little bit of attention. And what ended up happening was I was like, whoa, okay, well maybe I should take a step back from thinking that I shouldn't be doing this anymore. The attention I got was from some notable people too. It was some film directors, a couple of really well-known artists and stuff. And I'm not going to name drop because I'm friends with these people now, like good friends with these people now. And I don't name drop unless someone actually asks me, hey, do you know XYZ? And I go, yeah, I do. They're really good people. And blah, blah, blah. So I started getting this attention, and it was like, okay. And a lot of people were like, hey, you should, contact this company and this company and this company. They could absolutely use an artist like you. All right, if you say so. I think you guys are out of your minds, but if you say so. And to be fair, not many people really contacted me genre art-wise. Like, I contacted a couple companies that I thought I could work with that didn't have something my style. Just companies like Mondo and the big companies, the companies that everybody wants to work with, because they can get you jobs and they can get you money. But that wasn't, it didn't line up. No big deal. Eventually, would I like to work with them? Of course. I just recently kind of got my foot in the door, shirt design-wise, for some companies, and still don't know if I'm going to actually get the chance to do a shirt design, but they know who I am now, and that's probably one of the main things, is if they know who you are, that's a good step forward. So I kept kind of just banging things out. Just really pushing ROBYN. Okay, cool. I got names right. Okay. And what ended up happening is that kind of reinvigorated me. I was fully well prepared because, like I said, I was having depression about not having money, and I was having depression, really bad depression, just about my self-worth as a person, to be fair. And that kind of started to happen, and people were like, hey, we're interested in you helping us out with XYZ, and I'm like, okay, alright. And my one friend was like, hey, remember that book cover you designed for me way back in 2001 when we were kids? I'm like, yeah, I remember doing that for you real quick. And hey, I'm turning that book into a movie. You want to do the art? Yes, I do. That movie's showing in festivals, and my art's pretty much everywhere now. It garnered me an IMDb page, which is really weird that I have an IMDb page for art direction. But being in the art department for a movie, that's kind of what I always wanted to do. So that's awesome. Overall, though, being an artist is hard. Not just the actual art part, but having to sell yourself, and I'm seeing this even as a way of me selling myself, because frankly I don't really think of myself highly. I have a lot of issues when it comes to knowing my self-worth. It's the easiest way to put it. I don't know my self-worth sometimes. But, there's been a lot of people who believe in me. And Inspire Pro is one of those companies that I helped them out in a bind I think it was last October, for an event that was happening in November, if I remember correctly. Or even before that, was it? You know what, I'm gonna look. I have their stuff saved on here somewhere. But they needed quick help for a poster back in the day. And I don't think I have it backed up here. No, I think that's on my Mac. Which, wish I could have my Mac in here right now, but it's rendering a file for my son's YouTube channel. And he comes first. So, I helped them out. I just busted out a quick poster. Nothing major. It's just a quick. I took just photos and put them together in a kind of cinematic way and just let it go. And they believed in me enough that they wanted me to keep doing posters. And I did a poster based off the old Masters of the Universe Struzan poster. I take a lot of inspiration from stuff like that. And then I did, this poster was last month's, well, not last month's, this is May's poster. May 28th, yeah. And, we busted this one out, and I took inspiration from a couple different places for this one. But then I finished this one up, and right as soon, May 28th hit, and then they're like, well, we have Go for Broke. We have this one coming up, and it's going to be for July 2nd, so we need it as quick as possible. It's June 11th now, and I'm still not done. I feel terrible. But what I was kind of getting at is, don't give up when it comes to your art. If you like doing it. If you don't like doing it, then of course, freaking quit. If you don't like doing it, don't just do it because you think you're going to make money. Because you don't make money. I'm sorry, you don't make money really as an artist. Unless things happen. Okay, I got all that done. Okay, cool. Where you make money as an artist is if you're really good at selling yourself. If you're not good at selling yourself, you're not going to have a good time. I'm just now getting close to being able to put myself out there as much as possible. I completely grabbed the wrong image group. I'm having one of those days. But, there it is. Being in a rush to get something out is not where I like to be. And it's my fault. This one's my fault. I did not have the open thought process to be able to go through here. Done, 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 done. Okay, so I just need to do this one. So, where we're kind of at with this poster is I'm trying to make it as cinematic as possible. Wondering if putting let's slide this over. Arrgh, I forgot to grab the text. Yeah, so you have to try to make things, at least with me, I want to make things as cinematic as possible. Make stuff look really kind of bold and out there. And with wrestling, which I've been a lifelong wrestling fan. But with wrestling, it's hard because there's still rules.
How many are you gonna watch?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna work for a little bit, buddy. I need to get this done. It's gonna be a few
But I
hours.
want to throw it out the cute doggies only.
Cute doggies only where? Stop playing play. I'll be out when I'm done, Xander, okay? I love you, buddy. Come on. I'm back. I grabbed a drink too. While I was gone. Sorry. My son is something, I'll tell you that. He goes out and he goes, "When are you going to be done with your work?" And I'm like, "Well, the more you interrupt me, the longer it's going to take me." he goes, "Well, I want to go outside and play with you." I'm like, "I know, buddy. I want to go out and play too, but I have work I need to get done, and unfortunately, I need to get this work done." And I go, "Aren't you having fun?" He goes, "No, mommy's poopy." Oh man, that kid. So, where was I at? I don't even remember anymore. I think I was talking about just how with wrestling it's hard because there's certain things you have to stick to. When it comes to matches and having them be the exact way, everything has to be kind of lined up. You have conventions to kind of work with, and I'm going to drink my Simply Lemonade while I'm talking here. And if things aren't done a certain way, it can be kind of a headache. So what I try to do is be as forgiving as possible of the process, still bring my own look into it. I always like to try to keep things pretty good, set up pretty well. There's Alex Reigns. Get him in here. Boom. And then, you know what? I was a lifetime wrestling fan, and when I first started working with Inspire Pro, I haven't watched indie wrestling in quite a while. Like, it was bad. I didn't watch it forever. So I'd be speaking with Max about upcoming cards and stuff, and he'd be naming these names, and I'm like, I have no clue who half these people are. This is terrible. What am I going to do? And I ended up just having to learn on the fly and start saving my head. And kind of being like, all right, I need to start looking at these people, and I need to get to know people, and and start to friend request them and stuff like that on Facebook, just so I could remember who they were. And I still have problems with it. This is Greg James. Okay. I still have issues, like with this fun gentleman here that's Greg James. Trying to remember names is the hardest part of this, because it makes it easier, because if I can remember their names and be able to kind of just plop it in and be like, alright, here we go. Oh, you need a picture of Greg James? I have 30 of them. I'm gonna draw those up for you right now. And I don't have that ability. I don't have that kind of stuff going on. Kind of running out of room already here. So I want Greg James to be here. I'm going to try to match what I did with the J Crown. Do I have anything new of Davey Vega? Ooh, I might need to draw up a Davey Vega. I don't know if I want to. Because I have the tag one with him and so yeah, I'm talking out loud and doing thought processes here. One thing I do want to let you know, and I think you guys will really get a pretty big kick out of this one here. Especially if you're watching this, you might be Inspire Pro fans, you might just be wrestling fans, or just art fans. But if you go to Inspire Pro, if you go to YouTube and go to their page, the Inspire Pro Video, that's the name of the user, Inspire Pro Video. What is super awesome right now with them is the last event that they did right here, which is License to Death Wish. This event, the entire thing, all 2 hours and 50 minutes of it, are available free on their YouTube page right now. The entire event. I just want you to know that. So if this is horrible phrasing, but if I inspired you to want to take a look into Inspire Pro's stuff, go ahead to YouTube. Their username's Inspire Pro Video. Right there. You can see it. Inspire Pro Video. And check out their event. The entire License to Death Wish. Their main event, which was Keith Lee with Sammy Guevara, was absolutely ridiculous. Just go, watch it, and enjoy it. If you like wrestling and haven't heard of Inspire Pro, do it. Just want to let you know. It's just the way it is. You want to do it. But yeah, the match list says it's for the blue Dragon Connection title, and I have him drawn with the red, so I have a questions. I have the questions to ask. So I'm going to contact the Inspire Pro guys right now and see. Let's see, here's the triple threat for the Dragon title. For the blue or the red? And we will see when he gets back to me if it's for the blue or the red, because that's gonna see what we can do here. Because if it, I mean, I can change this. This isn't going to be a big issue, but what I'm going to end up doing is not. It's not optimal, to be fair. But I'm probably going to because Delilah here is in a different match. I'm going to take the art I did here, Dave Vega, and I'm just going to mask out. What? No, that's not what I meant to do. What the heck's going on? What? No, no way. Wow, one of those days. I have the worst workflow in the history of workflows. I'm going to just mask out Delilah because I have to. Hopefully Inspire gets back to me and tells me whether or not it is for the blue or the red title. If it is for the blue, I'm just going to change the colors. So let's get Davey in here. Uh-oh. How'd he get squished? Processor woes. Processor woes. It's taller than that. Taller. Come on. So, like I said, always do things in masks. Masks are your friends. Ooh. I'm kind of a strange guy. You know, maybe make it so he's just not happy. He's not happy he has to defend his title against two other guys. Who are these two guys to him? He's upset. He was happy that he and Delilah were doing the twin dragon thing together, you know? At least that's, you know, what you get. He was happy with her performance. He thought she did a good job. And here he is now, not defending that title with her. They worked well as a team. He's on his own, just defending one half of those titles. So, bum 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 bum. Is that all the matches there are? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 actual matches. 6. Come on now, get back to me about this. Let's see what we can do. Either way, let's get the text in here. Greg Eagles. Alex Reigns. There we go. Still waiting to hear back, and they're usually super quick with getting back to me. So I am not worried. This Blue Dragon title. Let's see. I know what I am going to do. Inspirato has struck. So, see, it's group 8 here. I did not label this properly. Lawless, there we go. So, what we are going to do. There we go. What we're going to be doing. I got it. I got it. Don't ask questions. I know what I'm doing. Alright, so we're going to grab Andy Dalton. And we are going to grab Ryan Davidson. As you can see, when I first drew him, I did not remember what his name was to save my life. So, I'll grab those two. And maybe make them a scotch bigger. Boom. Yes. At least I think this will be good. This will either be the worst thing ever, or will actually work out really well. So, which versus is this? This is Dalton Davidson versus. Okay, perfect. So we got versus, and then Dalton. Now, what this Lawless Darkness thing is a tournament that they came up with. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm not going to give details away of much, but it is going to be ridiculously cool once they get it done. Once everything happens there. I need to change his name to a K here too. Make this guy's a little bit bigger. Either way, those tentacles play a big deal into it. Not in like a hentai kind of way, but they play into it. This is kind of a visual, not metaphor really, but a visual cue. That's the word I'm looking for. They do a visual cue of what's kind of happening with the plant there. Let's get that sized in there. There we go. Alright, and next thing, I'm going to resize all this later too. Stretch out these tentacles. I have those kind of wrap around the bottom here and stretch up through the middle. Yes. Thank you much. There we go. Perfect. Now let's get back to this text, because I had Cody's name has a K, not a C. Wonderful. And then looks like Xander's back. What do you need, buddy? Oh, look, you're actually cleaned up. Look at your hair.
I put the buttermilk in there.
Did you put it in, or did Mommy put it in?
I put it in.
You put it in?
Yes.
Do you want to show everybody your cool hair?
Yeah.
Come here. Show everybody your hair.
My hair is so cool.
Is your hair cool?
Yes.
So where are you going?
Going to Hawaii, baby.
Yeah?
Yes.
Do you want to take Daddy's books back for him, too?
No.
Could you take Daddy's books back for him to the library?
No, because I just want to play there on the mic.
Could you? All you have to do is drop them off for me on your way in.
Yeah.
They're right on my guitar amp.
Mm.
No?
Okay.
Thank you, buddy. Close the door behind you. Love you. He's going to the library. I like the library. But I have to get this done. All the work of evil. Alright, the work's not evil. I love doing this. But I'd rather go to the library. So let's be honest. The library is pretty cool. Okay. I fucking had to go there. Dalton, and then open up the matches. I try to keep things organized, and I always mess up somewhere. And then I regret not being more organized later. Here we go. Perfect! So what we can do now... I want to move... Okay. So I'm going to move the text into each place where it belongs. So, there we go. Uh-oh, we have people watching us, messaging me about it. What's going on, Eddie? Oh, man. This is the glorious life of a visual artist. There we go. And my hourly reminder of if you look down below, if you're on this Twitch stream, there is a link to my donation page. If you wanted to donate any money towards me possibly getting a new tablet sometime in the future, I would greatly appreciate, but is not required, of course. But definitely click the link below if you want to throw a couple bucks at me. I would love it. If you don't want to throw a couple bucks at me, don't do it. It doesn't matter. I am more than happy to continue streaming as honestly just a way for me to get over my shyness. People who know me know that I'm not really comfortable in certain situations. I'm kind of agoraphobic. I kind of like to stay inside, and I have horrible social anxiety. But if I can't see you, then you don't exist. No matter how much you may harass me. That's why I'm going there. So, boom, 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 boom. That'll work. Where's my text? There we are. Davey Vega. Again, don't remember if I'm spelling his name. I'm getting reports of freezing happening. Let me know if anything is freezing in the chat here. Hopefully nothing's frozen. Everything looks good here. So, not a worry. Seems like it might just be our mobile watchers, which is still a bad experience. So I apologize if you're having freezing issues, because honestly my side of things here, not the greatest either. So, there we go. He scares me. Alex Ring scares me. Baby, how do you say now? Okay, there's me. See, this is why I always double check stuff. Because if I get a wrestler's name wrong, then they get angry, and then I have to take them outside and beat them until they're dead. Alright, I actually wouldn't do that. Because most of the people I work with, I enjoy working with. Pretty good people. As my phone falls and there is no words for how much I do dislike working on a Windows machine right now. As my dog whines and hits my lights. There we go.
Your boy's pit. You know that, right? He fussed him and fought me to do his hair, and then I go to put his freaking shirt on. He's like, "But don't mess up my hair."
Well, that's because he showed all our viewers here his hair, and he's proud of it now.
Now he's proud of it. Oh,
He's allowed to be proud of it.
I never said he wasn't. It's just more along the lines of how backwards the boy went.
Make sure he grabs my books.
Oh, show Daddy your outfit now.
Nothing.
Nice outfit, buddy.
Thank you.
Whoa.
He needs to brush his teeth.
You need to brush your teeth still, bud.
You
You don't want to brush your teeth?
Hey. We're giving you a pen.
Thank you. Come on. You go finish getting ready. I tried. And I have burped. You're welcome. Arg. I don't understand half of what happens. My computer in general is just a pain. Half the time it turns on these weird sticky keys that I don't want it to, even though I disabled them. Right now it's kind of doing a weird beeping click kind of thing that I don't want it to do, and all types of headaches. All types. Have to ask the other owner of Inspire or their main guy just to get his. He doesn't remember if it's the blue or the red. It's most likely it's the red. All right, there we go.
What the hell? What is this? Are you not?
I swear. The more and more layers I add, the slower the world goes. That's alright. That's the way the world goes. So, I'm going to take a shot of this and see where we're kind of at. Perfect. Alright. So, yeah. I have most of the matches in here. There's supposed to be one other match, but I'm not sure if the one wrestler is actually wrestling it. So I was told not to draw him yet, so he might be left off the poster for now. But we're getting close. What I am going to do now, on layer 92. Wow. Alright, what's this? That's the border. Okay. There we go. I am going to start working on the background. First by working with the border. So I want this border to be done. And I want it to be closed off too. Oh, please, oh please. Let's see this again. I don't need any of the other wrestlers now though. Do not save that, please. Go for Broke Sketch. Do not save that, please. Free up some memory. Sweet. I really don't know why that's clicking, but it's annoying. So let's work on this border here. So I'll make sure everything's connected. It'll make the next part so much easier if it is. Nice big tear there. Now let's see. Almost. How did that happen? Well. Let's find where it is. Clicking's really annoying. Borders are always the biggest pain. I like doing them, but I like them to be kind of unique, kind of detailed. And I say kinda, but I think I'm just going to do this a different way.
So Steven, are you Bob Ross now? Did you have to say that Bob Ross is one of your biggest inspirations?
Please leave.
I am. I'm putting shoes on. Xander has your books in tow.
Thank you, buddy.
How many books do you have?
I only had 2.
Oh.
Here's the Zootopia one. You love Zootopia.
I don't hate it.
It's an awesome movie.
Oh my gosh. The button is so sharp.
And here's yours.
I thought those were your 2 least favorite books.
What is this?
That's the Warcraft book, buddy.
Warcraft. Someone's Poopcraft.
You're a poop craft.
You're Poopcraft.
Love you, buddy.
I love you too.
What you doing?
Going to the library and writing and Tanya's books.
Thank you.
First, gonna Tanya's books.
Yeah.
And gonna play. These are kind of heavy.
They are heavy books, but you're strong, right?
Can you assist me, please? Not the child. The child cannot help me.
No. I am in the middle of something.
Well, you have them short fingernails.
No.
You kind of do.
Yes, but no. What do you need?
Need, not need.
Well,
Want?
if you don't need it, then no.
I put on a necklace.
People check
Mine
that.
what I put on.
I think I got it.
I'm asking.
Oh, freaking. It's the nails, honey. Can you?
Yes.
How? How about, never mind, I won't put this on. Ooh, your hair's all, come here,
Huh?
I'm gonna get it all spiky here. Let me see your face, I wanna clean it up. Come on.
No! I want to protect your face.
All those graham crackers.
What I'm doing right now is I'm just masking things, just so you're kind of aware. I know I got really quiet. I don't handle interruption well. My son, I don't mind. But other interruptions, I get very angry about very quickly. I like it when he visits. That's fun. When he comes in to watch me do stuff. Other interruptions, no. I do not enjoy those.
Not black. I will close the door.
Alright. For some reason my alert box widget's not working. Looks like I did get a new follower. Not sure why alert box didn't show up for me. I'm gonna try to fix that real quick. So it's there. Don't know. Let me check here. Yeah, it should be working. Not sure why it isn't, but so I got a couple new followers. Email-wise, they popped up for me. So thank you so much for going ahead and following. Hopefully, my alert box starts to work sometime in the future, but I don't feel like fixing it right now. Maybe when I get my second monitor, I will do it differently. I don't know. Maybe it did pop up and I completely missed it, and then the email came through later. I don't know. I do not know. There we go. Almost done with the quick masking, and I'm going to go in and get the details. I always like to have a border on the outside, usually white or an off-white. I'm doing it in this kind of tannish color for now, but I can switch that at any time, because once again, I'm not erasing, I am masking. So if you're new to doing digital art or anything, masks are your best friend. Forever will be your best friend. It's just the way it goes. Especially, even with traditional art, when you know I do work with airbrush and stuff, masks are my friend. Totally good friend. They hang out. Yeah, don't know, you know, how often people want to just kind of stare at me doing this stuff, but that's the way it goes. And well, I would hope you'd be watching me if you're in my chat talking, because if you're just randomly in my chat, that'd be kind of creepy. How would you be in my chat if you weren't watching me? Think about it. But yeah, this is probably going to be the most boring part of getting this poster done. I shot a quick picture message over to the owner and creative head writer of Inspire Pro. His name's Max, really good guy. And he keeps me on my toes and challenges me to do things that I don't want to do. Like, he actually made me make a phone call the other day, and even though it was a good phone call, it's something I had to do, and it's something that'll help me out if everything comes into fruition. I still had to actually pick up a phone and dial numbers to somebody, and that's just not. That's not good. That scares the crap out of me. That's why I order pizza online. I don't need to talk to nobody. I just want my damn pizza at my door within 30 minutes. I miss that. I don't know about you, but I miss the 30-minute guarantee. That was always fun. Time it down and ruin somebody's entire life because you refuse to pay for a pizza, and then they have to have that come out of their wages, and then they cry. I don't know if they actually cry. They probably just get angry, and next time you order, they take a shit on your pizza and call it sausage. I don't know. They might do that. I didn't do a lot of pizza delivery when I was young. When I was young, I lived in the middle of nowhere. The closest pizza place was closest pizza place that delivered was about an hour away. Maybe less than that. And then I moved into a city when I was about 21, 22-ish. When I say moved into a city, it means I parked my car because I was homeless. I parked my car in the city for a while. But pizza delivery worked then, but I didn't really have a home for them to come to. So I take advantage of pizza delivery a lot now. All types of delivery. I will Grubhub my way through so many places. Especially when I just don't feel like making food. I do feel like making food today. But I think the only thing that I have food-wise is going to end up being like a grilled cheese or 9. About 9 grilled cheeses. I'm going to go and eat 9 grilled cheeses all at once. Like a giant loaf of grilled cheese. Because if I'm going to make grilled cheese, I'm going to make 9 of them. Because I don't know if you noticed, I happen to be a large fellow, so 9 grilled cheeses is just about the right amount. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. I think I have two people who are watching me right now, or one or two people. Which, hey, that's a maximum. That's awesome. I'll build up a following eventually, maybe. I don't know. More people watch this than they do anything else when it comes to my art. I've been pretty steady with commissions lately. I'm just kind of messing around. So I'm breaking out my colored pencil brush now, and I'm going to get in here and get all of the detail for this mask set up. If you're wondering about my brush setup, if you weren't here last night when I was going over it, brush setup wise, I use mostly brushes from Kyle T. Webster. He has kylebrush.com. I think it's singular. And he does wonders when it comes to Photoshop brushes. If it wasn't for his brushes, I don't know what I'd do. I have so many of his brushes. I have his Mega Pack, which is an absolute godsend. I just got his concept brushes not that long ago, which they're amazing for pretty much anything. If you're looking for texture work or anything like that, his concept brushes are absolutely out of this world. I use his concept brushes more for, I'd say, texture than anything, because I don't really do much concept work. All my art's pretty much, just used for its purpose, whether it's an advertisement or anything. I'd like to get into doing concept work at some point when I have a chance. One of my secret projects that might be coming up soon will be sort of a proof of concept, but not actual concept art. It's going to be pretty cool. That's something I can't talk about right now until contracts are signed and everything is laid out and payments are made, and NDAs are through, and all that kind of stuff there. But that's the way it goes. Alright. Bum 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 bum. With my computer being as slow as it is, I get a lot of errant brush strokes. Or one thing, if you noticed, when I was doing the scaling of some of the matches and stuff like that, it would randomly go way out of proportion. And when that happens, when it goes that far out of proportion and stuff, I actually do undos. But most of the time, like when I'm drawing just a piece of art, like when I was working on my friend Brianna's piece last night, I don't undo really as much as if there's a paint stroke or something like that that just goes a little bit wild. I tend to actually just paint over it and fix the mistake as if I was working with traditional media. Just because it feels better. Being a digital artist in some circles still has a really big stigma around it. People think that, oh well, if you're doing the work on the computer, you know, you're just kind of a pixel pusher. You're not a real artist. Yeah, some people do say that. if you're wondering, if you're not part of an art community at all, it's been said that way. It's kind of, you get a stigma when you're like, yeah, I do all my art digitally. Oh, so you don't know how to draw? You just Photoshop stuff. Well, I use Photoshop. That's the tool that I use. But you know, I have a tablet in front of me and I have a pen in my hand, and just because that pen can do the work of 150,000 colored pencils, it can do the work of an airbrush, it can do the work of a marker. Now, just because it can wear many hats doesn't make it any less than actually doing the work on a piece of artist board. There's no difference other than, guess what? It's a little bit easier to fix mistakes if you want to. And I say if you want to, because technically you don't have to fix your mistakes. I fix mine, unless it's a happy accident mistake. Those happen a lot, especially working digitally. Most of my art that you may be seeing in your banners and stuff like that is usually done on my MacBook. It works better. My MacBook always worked better. I had the same MacBook Pro, a 13-inch MacBook Pro, a 2008 model. I had that for a long time. I actually didn't stop using that one until early 2016, I think it was, or mid 2000. Sometime 2016. So it wasn't that long ago that I stopped using the 13-inch MacBook Pro that I had. And that 2008 MacBook Pro was running a Core 2 Duo at 2.2 gigahertz. I upgraded the RAM back when Macs were upgradable somewhat. I upgraded the RAM to 8 gigs after about a year and a half of working with it. So I had 8 gigs of RAM. It had no actual graphics card in it or anything like that, and I did most of my art on that. And this may sound strange, it may sound a little crazy, but that art, the art that I did on there, and that computer ran better than this PC does a lot of the time. And when I say runs better, I mean it really ran. It's kind of on its last legs, the 2008 one. Ran things a lot better overall. at least when it came to art programs. Everything else, here and there. But when it came to art programs, it was phenomenal. And that's why I used it up for 6 years straight, because I didn't have a need to upgrade. And then eventually I got a 15-inch MacBook Pro. But the 15-inch MacBook Pro I got in 2016 wasn't one of the new 2016 models. The one I got in 2016 was one of the 2011 models. So I only went up a bit, and that's what most of my art's been done on. Ever since I set up the studio here and got a new desk and have a kind of a home office, because I'm focusing on just doing art for a living for at least a few months, see if I can get it to actually happen and see if I can get to do it. Once that's all done, say I give it the most earnest try I can and everything like that, we'll see what happens. But when it comes to the actual artwork, that was all done on my 2011 MacBook, and I'm gonna work with the Windows machine here a bit and see what happens. I'd love for it to actually work well, but I don't see it happening. What I probably will do eventually is work on making a Hackintosh, just so I can have the upgradability of it and kind of go from there. That'd be nice. That'd be a nice little thing that would be going on there. I want this gray to be a different color, but I'm not sure what color I'd want it to be. Do I want it to be kind of warmer? A little bit lighter? Alright, so background wise, just to kind of get back to that, the whole theme for this particular setup, this Go for Broke matches and stuff like that, is broken glass and shattering and a general feel of kind of like old punk music kind of stuff. So, like if you notice, I'm using the font for Black Flag and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get the aesthetic here of what broken glass would look like. Have a bunch of different shatter brushes and stuff like that I can use. Okay, just lay some of this in here and just see if it works. Because it either will work or it won't. And if it doesn't work, then I try something different. Shards in here.
Daddy,
Yes, Buddy Bear.
don't stand on the car in my seat inside in that one, because it goes foot all the way.
What, bro?
Handle in the car.
Really?
Yeah.
On his door?
You need to fix it.
Don't know if I can, buddy.
But the Wi-Fi broke.
I'll talk to you later about breaking the car, buddy. He broke the car handle. Life. But yeah, this is where we're kind of at right now. I'm going to end the stream here, right around the 2-hour mark. What we have is pretty good so far. There's a lot of other stuff I want to kind of put in here. Maybe if I'm just going to kind of play around a little bit here.
What are you doing? Just what?
How about no? You can ask anybody. Get your ass back inside. No, you didn't ask anybody. You'll just get outside.
Okay. Just kind of fooling around with layer setups and stuff like that, just to kind of see what we have here. One thing I want to bring in. I'm not sure. Do I have these on my? I think I might have those on my Mac. Yeah. I have paper texture that I like to use, and I think I'd like this background to maybe utilize that. But we'll see. I'm going to save this real quick. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to come back. I'm going to be streaming a little bit later tonight while I finish this up. Just waiting on some notes to come back from the actual team themselves. Probably going to be moving some of this stuff around and going from there. I'm going to eat some dinner, and I'll be back probably about an hour. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Once again, I am That Stephen Rice. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at That Stephen Rice, and on Twitter I'm srice13. And I will be back with you in a little bit. Thank you so much.